Hi, welcome to Empathic Connections Counselling. I'm Rebecca, and in today's video I thought I would share the journey of how I became a counsellor and why I wanted to become a counsellor in the first place. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get future notifications. Many years ago, before I started my counselling training, I noticed that people would open up to me naturally. I would find myself in situations where people would be offloading their feelings to me, but at the time before my training, I would find that this would be quite confusing at times and would drain my energy. However, I did want to be there for support for those people who told me their information about themselves and the issues and problems that they were struggling with. I didn't mind to a certain degree, but I did notice that it was very tiring at times. And it left me a little confused, thinking, why are these people telling me all their business? I've never been the sort of person that would gossip about people or share private information about others to other people. So I did hold on to their information, but I wasn't quite sure what to do with it, apart from being there for someone for them to lean on and talk to. This would happen with friends. It would also happen with strangers in the street, or when I'm going food shopping, for example. Somebody would find me and it was like they just knew that I was empathic and they could tell me their problems. Another element that led me to become a counsellor was that when I was in my younger years, I had a particularly tricky time, and I had great friends that I could talk to about it, but it never felt quite enough. People weren't sure about how to respond to what I was sharing with them because it was quite unique and quite intense, the feelings that I was holding on from what had happened to me in my life. This led me to feel quite low at times, and I felt very lonely. Even though I had an amazing group of friends, I still felt extremely lonely and confused about my personality. I suddenly realised that other people would be feeling the same. Other people out there in the world would also be having problems and issues that they had no one to talk to, or that the support they had would have been too opinionated or perhaps judgmental at times. Maybe not meaning to be judgmental, but when people care for you and they're close to you, they want to support you, but sometimes they're not sure how to. I felt a lot of compassion for others who are also struggling with their mental health, and I really wanted to learn how to support people properly and how to have boundaries when supporting people. So once I'd made my mind up that I actually wanted to be a counsellor, I started to look into how to be a counsellor. There are many different routes, and the route that I took was that I went to my local college, which I was very grateful that they had basic training of counselling, level 1, 2 and 3. Level 1 was an introduction to counselling and lasted 10 weeks. Level 2 was based on counselling skills and learning the foundations of counselling skills, which lasted a year. Level 3 was counselling theory, learning about Carl Rogers, learning about Freud and all different types of different counselling modalities. It was an integrative course, so you learn about many different modalities in an integrative course and you create your own practice from that. And then level 4 was the diploma, the qualification, 2 years. And then after that, I went on to do my BA honours degree. Once I'd finished my degree, I started my private practice up, and this is where I am now. Whilst training for a counsellor, you do lots of voluntary hours to build up your clinical hours, which is needed for the course, to pass the course. I based my voluntary hours working with the homeless community and with youth counselling. Both were very rewarding, and obviously some challenges along the way, but that is to be expected, especially when you're working with vulnerable people and people who have a disadvantage in life. They were some of the fondest years of my counselling practice and I hold it close to my heart. And now I work with the general public, adults and adolescents aged over 15. If you're interested in mental health and counselling in general, this is the place for you to be. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get future notifications.